broadly speaking, in our lifetime, we don't have huge generational changes in technology as much as we see it with AI today. Over the past 50 years, we've only had about 4. We had the mainframe computer era, we have the PC era, we have the mobile era, and now we are in the artificial intelligence era. What's really important about these big eras is they tend to last 10 to 15 years at least, and they tend to produce a massive winner. So NVIDIA sounds really big now, but if you actually look at the past 4 eras, they equally created the world's largest businesses such as IBM, Microsoft, and Apple. So NVIDIA, simply put, is the winner in artificial intelligence because it is the provider for both the hardware and the software that enables the computing to be so fast so we can create AI. NVIDIA right now has about 80% of market share of all the hardware that's making AI, and we think it's going to hold such a high market share in the next 10 years.
Now, the numbers for NVIDIA certainly look very strong, given its quarterly revenue has almost doubled to 35 billion US dollars. But why the drop in its share price after hours?
A 2.5% drop in the after hours really, to us is a non-event. And NVIDIA's earnings, we are really pleased by the result. And let's maybe just take a step back and really put these things in a proper reference. NVIDIA right now has a run rate of revenue of $140 billion of USD of revenues. And if you look at the other big companies in the world, Apple, Google, when their revenues are $140 billion, the revenue growth have already slowed to between 10 to 20%. And that actually continue for more than a decade after that. But the fact that NVIDIA is already $140 billion and is still doubling year on year is this is simply a miracle. And this really just shows you the strong take-up of AI. So we are really pleased of the result. And there is a lot of new innovations to look forward to. It's launching its next generation chip called the Blackwell. Starting in the next couple months. And then, we're really excited about that. And after that, every year, there was a major product coming. So not only NVIDIA is still growing incredibly fast, the cadence of innovation continue.
And it's fair to say expectations for NVIDIA and a lot of companies dabbling in artificial intelligence are sky high. But how long can this euphoria continue? I mean, the party has to come to an end at some point, right?
Look, no company is like their trees, right? They don't grow into the sky. But we think that this is really the year 2 of a, what we think about the technological era. This is year 2 of a 10 to 15 year journey. So we actually think we're still quite early. Let's just go back to that $140 billion of NVIDIA revenue. What does that really mean? Well, there's about $1 trillion of existing legacy data center hardware that is power inefficient, that is very slow, and that it basically is too expensive to run. So that $140 billion go into replacing the $1 trillion of existing infrastructure at the data centers globally today. So that's going to take a few years just to replace these infrastructures. So we think that $140 billion of NVIDIA get to $200, $250, $300 billion a year before this entire infrastructure is really replaced. And after that, AI is significantly accelerating the pace of all the enterprise coming online, moving to cloud. So after that, the market will continue to grow probably between 10 to 20%. And NVIDIA should be growing at least of that market rate.
Well, sounds like the AI boom will still go on for quite a while. Qiao Ma, thank you very much for your insights.
Thank you, David.